Hello, everyone, and welcome. Today, we've got a really special Christmas explainer for you. We're going to learn all the essential English words and phrases for the holiday season, but we're going to do it through a fun, easy-to-follow story. So let's get started. So our Christmas story is broken down into 4 parts. First, we're going to feel that holiday magic start to build up. Then, we'll join a family as they decorate their home. After that, we get to experience all the excitement of Christmas Day itself. And finally, we'll explore what that whole spirit of Christmas thing really means. You ready? Let's dive into our story.
Okay, so our story starts in winter. It's cold outside, right? Maybe there's even a little bit of snow on the ground. As you walk through town, you start to notice something is different. The streets are beginning to look almost magical, just full of joy. The whole town is starting to look festive. Now, festive is a great word. It just means everything feels happy and ready for a big celebration. You can see it in the bright lights and all the colorful decorations that start popping up on streets and in shops. It's a feeling of excitement, you know? And just look at the doors. People are hanging up a wreath. A wreath is this beautiful circle made of green leaves, and sometimes it has flowers or ribbons on it. It's a really classic symbol that just says welcome and Merry Christmas right from the front door. And, it's not just the doors getting all the attention. Inside, you'll see garland. Now, unlike a wreath, which is a circle, garland is a long, flowing rope of greenery. You can wrap it around a staircase or maybe put it on top of a fireplace. It's a nice way to bring a little bit of the outdoors inside. And here's a fun one. Mistletoe. This is a special plant you might see hanging up in a doorway. And there's this really sweet tradition that if 2 people happen to find themselves standing under the mistletoe, well, they're supposed to share a kiss. It's just a little bit of holiday fun. So as you walk around, you'll hear people greeting each other with all these happy phrases. The most common one is, of course, Merry Christmas. But you might also hear season's greetings, or maybe Happy Holidays. They all share that same warm, festive feeling. All right, now let's head over to the home of our family in this story. They are getting totally ready for the big day by decorating their house. And you know what? There's a great expression for this, decking the halls. It actually comes from a famous Christmas song, and it just means to decorate for Christmas. Now, the most important decoration of all has to be the Christmas tree. Decorating it is a huge event for the whole family, and we call it trimming the tree. So let's break it down. First, you put up the tree. Then, you carefully wrap it in all those sparkling Christmas lights. After that comes the really fun part, hanging all the beautiful ornaments. Then you can add some shiny tinsel, and the final touch, placing the topper right on the very top. So, what are ornaments? They're all those small, beautiful objects that you hang on the tree's branches. They can be shiny balls, little stars, bells, really anything that's special to the family. And here's a quick tip. In the UK, those round ball-shaped ornaments are often called baubles. And this is tinsel. It's that long, sparkling, glittery stuff that you wrap around the tree. What's great is it catches the light from the Christmas lights and just makes the whole tree shimmer and sparkle. It adds that little bit of extra magic, you know? Another really important decoration is the stocking. Now, it looks like a big, long sock.
And usually each person in the family has one. They're hung by the fireplace, just waiting for a very special visitor to come and fill them with small presents. We call those stocking stuffers or stocking fillers. And who is that special visitor? Well, it's Santa Claus, of course. He's that cheerful man in the red suit who brings gifts to children on Christmas Eve. But he actually has other names too. In the UK, he's very often called Father Christmas, and another popular name you might hear is Saint Nick. Don't worry, they're all the same guy. So it makes you wonder, right? Where does Santa Claus live? And who on earth helps him get all those toys ready for children all over the entire world? Well, the answer is he lives at the North Pole, and his helpers are the elves. Elves are these small, magical creatures who work all year long in Santa's workshop building all the toys. And let me tell you, they are very hard workers. In fact, the elves work so hard that they've actually inspired a common English idiom. If you see someone working really, really hard and just doing a million things at once, you can say, they are as busy as elves. So if someone says you're as busy as elves, it means you are extremely busy. Just think about your life in December. You've got shopping, decorating, cooking. You are probably as busy as an elf yourself. And after all that preparation, the big day is finally here. It's Christmas morning. The family wakes up, they run to the living room, and what do they see? Presents under the beautifully decorated tree. The excitement is just huge. The first thing everybody wants to do is unwrap their presents. So to unwrap is the action of taking off all that pretty wrapping paper to see what's inside. It's definitely one of the most exciting moments of the entire day. Now, while everyone's opening presents, someone might open a really small box. And when they do, you might hear this famous saying, "Good things come in small packages." What does this idiom mean? Well, it just means that the size of a gift doesn't really matter. A small present can be the most thoughtful, special, or precious gift of all. So don't be fooled by a tiny box. After the presents, it's time for another highlight, Christmas dinner. This is a huge, delicious meal. Let's take a look at a typical menu. For the main dish, you often have a big roast turkey or a baked ham. For side dishes, you'll almost always find mashed potatoes and stuffing. For dessert, there are special treats like minced pie and gingerbread cookies. And to drink, people love warm drinks like hot chocolate or a traditional creamy drink called eggnog. Let's talk about stuffing for a second, because it's a huge Christmas favorite. It's this delicious mix of dried bread, onions, herbs, and spices. Sometimes it's cooked inside the turkey so it absorbs all those amazing juices, and sometimes it's baked separately. It is so good. After eating all of that incredible food, the turkey, the potatoes, the desserts, you feel, well, you feel about 110% full. I mean, so full you can't eat another bite. There's a perfect word for this feeling, stuffed. And it's a clever little connection, right? Because you eat stuffing and then you feel stuffed. But you know, Christmas is more than just presents and food. It's about a special feeling. So, let's explore the final part of our story. What is the true spirit of Christmas? During the Christmas season, families do so many special activities together. They might go outside and sing traditional Christmas songs, which are called carols. If there's snow, of course, they'll build a snowman or go sledding down a hill. It's also a time for kindness, like giving to charity to help others or sending Christmas cards to friends and family who live far away. All of these things, the joy, the giving, the time with family, they all come together to create what we call the Christmas spirit. It's not something you can touch, it's a feeling. It's this mood of generosity and goodwill and just pure happiness that makes this time of year so special. This feeling of togetherness and joy is captured perfectly in another common English idiom. When you invite people to your home for the holidays, you might say, "The more the merrier." The more the merrier simply means that a celebration is way more fun when there are more people there to share it with. It's a really warm, welcoming phrase that truly represents that Christmas spirit of bringing people together. As our story comes to an end, it's nighttime. The family is all together, warm and cozy inside. And the house, with all its decorations and lights, is just glowing. We have one last idiom for this. You can say the house is lit up like a Christmas tree. Now, this literally means it's very bright, but it also suggests a feeling of happiness and celebration that's just radiating from the home. And that brings our Christmas story to a close. We've learned all about decorations, traditions, food, and feelings. So my question for you is this. What new word or phrase will you use this Christmas? I really hope you found this explainer helpful. From all of us here, wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas.